my god, Suvi.
Yo, what's down with y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Urban Review. Shout out to everybody that's showing love to this series and watching the full videos. Y'all feel free to have discussions about the show in the comment section. If y'all like to connect with me, y'all follow my Instagram link in bio. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and tune into my videos. Let's swing back a couple seconds before Rhaenyra hopped on the horse. Rhaenyra's already burning in her chest at Alicent and the king for starting a family. At this point, she only cares about succeeding the king. A man named Jason Lannister takes his shot as soon as she leaves the tent, bro. Lannister starts foaming out the mouth talking about he got all the gold to build her a dragon pit. Rhaenyra realizes he has a brother that holds a position in the king's council. Now that was a setup. Somebody tried to put him on, bro. Rhaenyra immediately turns around and goes inside the tent. Rhaenyra goes to the king and says, "You think you can sell me?" The king talking about, "Well, you're of age now. It's time for you to get a husband." Rhaenyra and the king start going back and forth and Otto tries to shut it down. If anything, Rhaenyra needed this time to tell the king how unready she was. Rhaenyra speeds off into the forest as Criston Cole tries to hawk her down. Criston Cole needed to be a little bit more softer. He looked like he was chasing a trespasser. He gets close enough and snatches the horse up. He encourages her to use her words instead of fleeing from him. She informs him about the blind date the king almost arranged. She then explains her desire for the crown. Instead of going back to the camp, the two entertain themselves in the forest. We get a scene cut. We're back at the king's camp. Why is Jason Lannister at the king's foot giving gifts in an attempt to make Rhaenyra his wife? Then he tries to paint a picture about house strength between the Targaryens and the Lannisters. Then he messes up and said, "I'd love to have Rhaenyra by my side at Casterly Rock." The king had to remind Lannister Rhaenyra was rightful heir. Lannister talking about, "Well, you have a baby son. I thought he was next up." Man, go ahead and pick one, Viserys. You killed your wife trying to get the baby out of her. Now that he has a son, he's leaning towards Rhaenyra's claim. The event continues and the king drowns himself in wine. Sir Strong approaches the king with an update on Rhaenyra. He sent horse riders to follow their tracks in hopes that Rhaenyra is with Criston Cole. The king is out of there. He's discussing all his problems, saying he's the worst Targaryen king. Sir Strong asks and speaks his opinion. The king gives him a side eye as he thinks Strong is talking about his son. Sir Strong recommends the son of the Sea Snake, who was fighting alone, Daemon Targaryen, and is dead. In episode 2, we find out how good of a match these houses are for each other, considering they're the most powerful in the realm. We get a scene cut and we see Otto grooming Alicent. His main purpose for her is to grow that baby up so he can sit on the throne. Scene switches over and we see Alicent go into the king's chamber to do her manipulation. The king is feeling some type of way. He just received a letter from the Sea Snake's brother on the front lines. We find out this is a letter for help and a loss of despair. Instead of pushing her dad's agenda, she encourages the king to do something for once. Scene switches over and we see Rhaenyra go inside the king's meeting. Everyone clears the air for their one-on-one conversation. Rhaenyra questions the king about why he's trying to sell her off. They have a daddy-daughter moment and comes to the conclusion about it just being duty. Rhaenyra explains her feelings about marriage and the king finally listens. He encourages her to find a man of her choosing and strengthen her claim. Finally, my girl can relax for a little bit. She was really going through it. Now let's get to the action, fool. This is the best part of the episode. We's back at the battle at the Stepstones, man. We hear the Sea Snake discuss the loss of ships and a shortage on supplies. We hear an older voice talking about some no dead at the meeting table. Wait a minute now. That's my dog, the young nigga that was it. Excuse my language. This one of them red-skinned children we saw earlier this season, bro. Shout out to my dog, fool. Let's see what's going on. We see the Valyrian lords discussing the battle in depth. My dog Daemon Targaryen hops off his dragon to join the battle meeting. All of a sudden, we see knights from the Red Keep come with a message from the king. Reciting all the king's titles, the knight gives the message to Daemon. Now, we already know what the king dreaded writing. It's just reparations to aid them in battle. My dog Daemon turned around at the table, puts the note down, and smashes the knight's head on the ground. My dog, you gotta chill with these impulsive decisions, fool. What you got going? Daemon walks off and hops in the boat and goes straight back to the crab-infested beach. Bro grabs a stick and a white cloth and makes a white flag out of it. He gets closer to the crab caves and starts waving it around. Then he takes his sword out and presents it to them. Crabfeeder comes out of the caves and looks at him. Crabfeeder was doing too much damage. He didn't even trust the white flag. He told the archers on the mountain to keep watch. Daemon Targaryen is still presenting his sword. Crabfeeder sent his men to go confirm Daemon was giving up. Them folks pushed up. Daemon gave his sword. Suddenly, Daemon takes his dagger and gashes the man holding his sword. Daemon picks his sword back up and goes on a Targaryen kill spree. The archers on the mountain are shooting every arrow they had up there. Daemon speeds through the beach, killing everyone while dodging all the arrows. This is a real nigga moment right here, fool. From the jump, I respected my dog Daemon because I knew he had something to bring to the table. As soon as my dog Damon gets closer to the cave, he gets shot by an arrow. The crab feeder then sends all the men hiding in the cave. Them folks surrounded my dog Damon. I got really nervous. All of a sudden, the sea snake and everybody else is there on the beach. My dog Rhaenyra, the sea snake's son, comes in on that dragon and blazes that beach off of. Then we see the sea snake do what he does best, bro. With a whole lot of firepower and a whole lot of swordsmen, the Valeras and Daemon Targaryen step on shit on the beach, bro. They didn't need the king's help. If anything, they were angry at him for taking so long. My dog Damon looks at the crab feeder and goes in that caves and shreds them up. I say, bro, I really enjoyed this episode, bro. We got best of both worlds this episode. A little bit of drama and a little bit of action. Now, I appreciate the ones that watched the full episode. Shout out to y'all and much love. Man, I'm finna head and catch me some waterbird food. But I appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and I'ma see y'all in the next video. Stay blessed.